Well, I'm Leiner Suarez. This is my presentation for my laser reports. So I was supposed to take as a topic, the main topic, ion lasers, but I decided to take argon laser instead because after research I found out that argon lasers are mostly common. They frequently use much more than the other ion lasers. So what we see here in the left is the actual argon laser mechanism. So let's go ahead with the introductions. We can I would like that you know that the argon laser was discovered by William Bridge in 1964. That laser was not perfect, but it could produce output at several visible and UV wavelengths. This was not working properly, but was considered the first ion lasers. So to talk about argon laser, we have to talk about the core of the argon laser. What we use as core is an argon filled tube, as we see in the screen right now. Here, it got like two mirrors, as we can see. The core is composed by argon filled gas inside of that. So it's important to know that the outer wall of this is water cooled. Some small argon ion lasers, so a small power argon ion laser can be cooled by air, but mostly all of them are cooled by water. We use the Bristol window, and this ion laser work by the gas discharge between the anode and the cathode. I'm gonna show you later a little bit more about this. So just to let you know that more modern design have the return path integrated in this tube. So another important thing about the argon laser is the wavelength selection. This laser can be switched in different wavelengths like blue, blue-green, ultraviolet, only by changing the prints here that we see. An important thing about it is that in this picture we see a green light, and I want to point out that we see green because the highest output power is achieved on the standard 514.5 nanometers. This belongs to the green visible spectrum. So this is the laser mechanism as a whole. This is the water-cooled ceramic tube that I was talking before. We have the cathode and the anode. So the electronic discharge happen here. That's why we have the electromagnet, so to help them. But usually in operation, the gas depleted during the operation. So we need some higher temperature ceramic tungsten. That it is what we see implemented here. So we can get that as a solution of the waste that we suffer because of the gas depleting. So another important thing is the resonator is, as in most of the laser, is just two mirrors. Actually the radio mode of the mirror match with the diameter of the plasma, the gas plasma that is inside the discharge tube. So this laser have advantage and disadvantage. The most important advantage is that it has an ability to produce continuous output from milliwatt to 10 watt. That make it very positive to this laser. Also the gain is quite high, it's 10 decibel per meter, and the wave selection, as I told you before, is quite good. You can take blue, ultraviolet, blue-green, green, so you have a wide spectrum to choose. We got some disadvantage, that is the high level of consumption. This is a high level because to have 10 or 20 watt in the output, we need to spend a lot of 10 or kilowatt, so it's very expensive. And the lifetime of this is another disadvantage because this laser have a short lifetime, just couple of thousands of hours, that so we have to change it frequently. That becomes this laser a little bit expensive. So getting into the safety part, the safety is very important for everything that we do in life. For laser, it's like primarily because it can be very dangerous. So first we want to talk about the safety classes. As in every lasers, we can see we have 4 different safety classes. The first one is not here, but because it's not that dangerous. If it's a long period of time incidence, maybe it's gonna be dangerous, but it's not too dangerous. So the classes are divided depending on the power in the output. So class 2 is less than 1 milliwatt, class 3 more than 5, or from 5 to 500 milliwatt, more than 500 milliwatts, so half watt, more than half watt, yeah, it is already class 4. Class 4 is very dangerous, not only for the eyes, it's even dangerous for the skin, even for fire hazard. So here we're talking about the nominal hazard zone. We studied that in the photonics class. This formula we use it a lot. So the nominal hazard zone is the hazard, is the zone where you cannot beat. You cannot be, because if you are in that zone, you are exposed to hazard of the laser. Another concept that is very important is the MPE, or maximum permissible exposure. That is the zone that you can be, but you cannot go beyond that point, because if you go beyond that point close to the laser, you're gonna enter to the nominal hazard zone, and we don't want that. So another thing for safety is the technical precaution, as the use of protective goggles, protective housing, switches, the can operate, writing warnings, something that can stop the beams. So we also have non-technical measures that it is more about the knowledge of the people who is working with that, and the knowledge of the client, of the customer. For laser, this argon ion laser in specific have so many applications, so I just decided to point out some of these in the PowerPoint, but I decided to show some of them, like I show you pictures of some of them in the next slide. This is for medicine. This is for the eye treatment, eye retina treatment. This is very dangerous, but it's very effective. So people who handle this has to be really careful, and the laser, it has to be very well done, the mechanism. Here we see another application for the laser. This is in forensics, like for policemen, for investigative, for forensics. And this is only a picture about ion laser, but I want to show up just this symbol around here. That means that the yellow means that you need to have precaution because laser is close, or you are inside a zone that is affected by lasers. Here some is other application of argon laser. It can be used for Raman spectroscopy, and also it can be used for holography. Here is one of the last applications that I want to show because I think that is the nicest one. This is a laser show, and it is used and it is made by argon lasers. So to conclude this this presentation, I want to let you know that, how I said in the beginning, there is not only one ion laser, there is many of them. I decided argon because it's the more usual, but after that the krypton is very used, is frequently used also. We have another commercial one, like argon and krypton is like a mix of both of them, and we have helium and cadmium and copper vapor. Well, this was my presentation. I hope you enjoy it, and you learn something new about it, something new about the argon lasers. So have a good day. Thank you.